Hi, my name is Sindoni. Thank you for tuning into the broadcast of Boycott Valero Energy. In today's program, I will share information that I believe will be helpful in dramatically reducing the price of gasoline. In today's program, I will put the spotlight on Valero Energy. Valero Energy, the 25th largest company in America with $68 billion in sales last year, received a $157 million tax refund check from the IRS, and over the past 3 years, it received a $134 million tax break from the oil and gas manufacturing tax deduction. And many of you watching and listening may be surprised to learn that Hugo Chavez of Venezuela is the beneficiary of these finances. And most of you out there listening are scratching your heads in disbelief because the United States government has told you that Hugo Chavez is a bad guy. Yes, he is certainly a bad guy, but he's a rich bad guy. And I will now put the spotlight on the man who's responsible for taking the American taxpayers' money away. So let's put the spotlight on the man responsible, George Herbert Walker Bush, the 41st President of the United States, a high-ranking Freemason. So I'll now show a photo of George Herbert Walker Bush shaking the hand of Hugo Chavez using the Freemason handshake. And to solidify my point, how about a photo of Barack Obama also shaking the hand of Hugo Chavez using the same Masonic greeting? And how about another photo of Barack Obama shaking the hand of Hugo Chavez using the same Masonic handshake? Have I made my point? Freemasonry has been around for over 250 years. But here's a little known fact that you didn't know. There are 164 countries where Freemasonry can be found, and the number of Freemasons worldwide is 5 million. The number of Freemasons in the United States is 3 million, and the number of organizations and orders that require members to be Masons are 160. And going down the list, we'll talk about lodges. Lodges worldwide, there are over 33,700 lodges. And here in the United States, there are 15,300 lodges. And there are 8,000 lodges in England. And there are 1,600 lodges in Canada. There are 580 lodges in Australia. There are 560 lodges in Italy. There are 400 lodges in Germany. And here's one that will surprise you. There are 300 lodges in Cuba. And completing the list, there are 200 lodges in the Philippines. Again, the numbers are staggering. Worldwide, 33,700 lodges. And now I'd like to focus on the United States. We'll begin with the state of Ohio. Number of members belonging to a Freemason lodge in Ohio, 220,000. In Pennsylvania, there are 206,000 members. In South Carolina, there are also 206,000 members. And in California, there are 188,000 members. And in Illinois, there are 146,000 members. In Michigan, there are 111,000 members. In Tennessee, there are 96,000 members. In Georgia, there are 90,000 members. And there are 83,000 members in Florida. When you add up the numbers, you've got approximately 1.4 million Masonic members. I'd like to make a note here that on the list that I am displaying, someone made a mistake. It wasn't mine, and they listed Illinois twice. But my tabulations of 1.4 million members of the United States are correct. And many of these Masonic temples are hiding in plain sight. So now that you know, what do you think we should do about it? Well, it just so happens I have a few suggestions. Maybe we should get a company to do a controlled demolition and start knocking down these Masonic temples. And it just so happens I know the right company to call. Let's call Controlled Demolition Incorporated in Virginia to help us out. Yes, Controlled Demolition Incorporated, the same company that was used for the cleanup for the Oklahoma federal building bombings and also for the 9/11 building bombings. And because Controlled Demolition Incorporated has a lot of experience bringing down disasters, why don't we just call Jack Lazoy, the founder of the company himself? And we'll have them work up a bid. I'm sure we can get a great deal when there's 15,300 lodges to be demolished. I wonder how he sleeps at night. 3,000 people dying in the World Trade Center disaster and a couple of hundred in the federal Oklahoma building. What some people will do for money. So back to the boycott. It is time we boycott Valero Energy. And here is a strong point to consider. If 30 people listening to this video today send it out to 10 people, then that's 300 people that you've contacted. And when those 300 people send it out to 10 people, that is now 3,000 people. And so on. By the time the message reaches the sixth generation of people, we will have reached over 3 million consumers. And if those 3 million get excited and pass this on to 10 friends each, then 30 million people will have been contacted. And if it goes one level further, you guessed it, 300 million people. And again, all you have to do is send this video out to 10 people. How long would all that take? If each of you listening shares this video with 10 people within the next day, all 300 million people could conceivably be contacted within the next 8 days. And in closing, I'd like to thank everyone for watching Boycott Valero Energy.